death lawsuit against him. Reporting live tonight from Conroe, Jessica Willie, 13 Eyewitness News.
And we worked on this story through our partnership with Houston Community Newspapers and the Conroe Courier.
Coming up next, would you recognize the signs of a gang member, even if one lived under your own roof? Tonight, we take a closer look inside Houston gangs.
What these youngsters are fighting for is really ridiculous.
Plus, parents shocked as an area daycare worker is busted with child pornography. We'll tell you where.
And a raging inferno as an oil pipeline explodes, sending workers to hospital.
With all the sunshine today, the temperatures helped to warm up above normal. In Galveston, the high temp today was back in the mid-60s, 66 degrees down in the island. 63 is the normal high, and Houston up to 71. We have a little warming trend right now, but coming up, I'll show you why it won't last.
You're watching ABC 13, Houston's news leader. Live with Dave Ward, Gina Gaston, Tim Heller, and Bob Allen. This is 13 Eyewitness News, Houston's news leader.
Rodeo Houston. Thousands of great tickets still available for as little as $16 each. Clay Walker.
Could be on your street, even living in your house.
Houston police tell us they use their clothing or signs to identify themselves, but do you know how to identify them? Tonight's a closer look. Reporter Dobbyn takes us into Houston's world of gangs to show us how to spot them in your neighborhood.
We'll go out to a certain high school, middle school.
It is a typical afternoon, and HISD police officer Richard Gutierrez is off to his closing rounds. He is a member of HISD's Gang Task Force.
A lot of times they'll get word that something's going to happen at a certain location.
And on this day, he did. A possible fight at Milby High School. So Gutierrez speeds to the scene. The Cholos is a well-known gang around Milby High School.
17 years of age.
In the meantime, another HISD officer, Corporal Adolph Saenz, has someone detained across from the school grounds.
What did you do probation for? Burglary. Burglary.
While the corporal questions him, he also takes note of how he's dressed.
He's throwing red, throwing a crip set, black and red. And the terminology for that is blacks love all crip killers.
That could pose a serious problem, since the Southeast Crips call this their neighborhood. And in case you didn't know, they wear blue. But gangs have grown to much more than the Bloods and Crips. Today, Corporal Saenz says he can count about 50 gangs.
We have Hispanic gang members, we have black gang members, and we have white gang members.
He is most concerned about the Southwest Cholos, the 707 Browns, and La Primera.
It's, hey, I better join the gang, otherwise I'm going to be, they're going to assault me, I'll be assaulted. Worse, my family could be assaulted.
And they identify themselves with everything from clothing to jewelry, even in their mouths. Saenz has collected hundreds of items over the years.
They'll make a bracelet, they'll make some type of necklace with a certain color of thread or maybe some type of yarn to identify themselves with a certain gang by using that color. We want the teachers to be aware of that. We want them to kind of look for that type of activity that the kids are coming by identifying themselves with.
They call these rags or sometimes flags.
And then we have the north side. In this particular case, this individual's throwing the blue rag, and this stands for North Side Crip Posse.
Even clothes with cartoon characters on them.
That is this hat right here. When you look at that and you ask yourself, oh my, is that gang related? Well,
looks harmless.
Yeah, it seems harmless, but this is LTP, Looney Tunes Posse.
But this is not kid play. There is actual homework assigned to new gang recruits. Saenz has collected folders of drawings, notebooks with laws which new gang members are even quizzed on. And while in the past their fights were over turf to deal drugs, now some gang members may not even know what they are fighting over.
What these youngsters are fighting for is really ridiculous.
And those fights sometimes break out near this intersection, Rampton, Rampart, and Gulfton here on the southwest side, where police say there are many apartment complexes and dozens of gangs represented. Now, coming up tonight on Eyewitness News, tomorrow night rather, on Eyewitness News at 10, we're going to take a closer look at what's behind the signs they wear, the symbols they paint. We'll also take you back to Milby High School. Reporting live from the southwest side, Dobbyn, 13 Eyewitness News.
Governor Rick Perry is still under heavy pressure to change his mind regarding the cervical cancer vaccine. Earlier today, State Senator Jane Nelson sent a letter to the governor, signed by 26 fellow senators, asking him to rescind the order. Governor Perry stood firm during his State of the State speech, saying his decision to require mandatory vaccines for schoolgirls will save lives. Many of his fellow Republicans disagree with that decision.
We want the government to be of service, but maybe not in a dictatorial situation. So a mandate is tough to swallow.
Perry's